I'm Cara. I am an A&E nurse from Bath. I work at the RUH, and I've just completed a bike ride from John O'Groats to Land's End for Dorothy House. I've got stage 4 cancer, and that has been going on since 2019. I've had experience with Dorothy House in the past. When I was a student nurse, I actually really wanted to be a palliative care nurse, and I attended some training days here and met the team and kind of found out about all the wonderful things that you do. Yeah, decided to raise a bit of money for Dorothy House because it's a wonderful charity, and do something active and kind of get my body as fit and strong as it can be, basically. So to encompass all those things, I thought a mammoth bike ride might be a good idea, basically. So I decided to cycle from John O'Groats to Land's End. I did it on my own, just me and my bike, but it was amazing. I met so many wonderful people. Just like stopping to get a coffee, people would donate, and I just kind of spread the word about the challenge as I went. And it really gathered momentum. So many people got on board and were kind of sending supportive messages, and people from my work have had to come to terms with dying a few times really, because the first time round I was told that it was stage 4 and actually started palliative chemo, which seemed to have a complete response, and then I was told that there was no active disease on a PET scan after having the chemo stopped because the side effects had got too much. So that was a real shock, and it was then I had to kind of go back to work and act like, obviously I had ongoing lessons and feelings, and I'd been changed from that experience. So then fitting back into life was really challenging. It's been very character building, I would say. I've had to learn to be very resilient. I had come to terms with dying the first time round, so I think it's easier the second time round. I know that probably sounds daft, but I had a theory the first time round that you should have a life that you love so much that you can't bear to lose, and so I think that led to changes when they said I was okay again. So I now live on a houseboat, which I absolutely adore. It's wonderful. I'm in nature all the time. I think stress is a big factor in illness, so I've made changes, basically just tried to listen to what makes me happy and prioritise that, which I think often when you're well seems like a luxury and like you're being selfish, but when your body gets unwell, you have to do that, basically, because I think if you don't prioritise happiness, you're more likely to get sicker sooner. That's really my theory. So I've really prioritised just like fitness, eating healthily, spending time with family, trying to reduce my stress. When you have children, I think where you die is a big factor in how people will remember it, and to have somewhere that is neutral, a beautiful neutral place like this where there's not any other associations. If I was to die on the boat, then I would worry that that would tarnish the girls' memory of the boat. But to know that somewhere like this is here is really comforting, because it's set up to be that special, beautiful place, and to make it as, to make dying as pleasant as it can be, because I think it can be pleasant. I think you could be ready. I suppose there's part of me that knows that potentially I might need this service one day. So it's a way of like giving back in advance, in a weird way. It's comforting to know that if I do get sicker, somewhere like this is, around for me and my kids. So yeah, it is such a wonderful place, and it's like, as part of coming to terms with dying, I think I'm usually a very optimistic person, and I find it quite difficult to go through in my head, oh, what if I'm not here? for that situation in the future, but I almost kind of intentionally try to think about those things. So I've mourned a lot of situations in, you know, like weddings. I might not be here for my children's weddings, but I find it useful to think about it, because actually, if that's the situation, I don't want to get to the end of my life and then suddenly have to like rush through all these thoughts and feel like I'm not ready. I would rather prepare myself and prepare them for the fact that I might not be there, but I have every faith that they will be okay without me. I know that they will. They both have, you know, amazing futures ahead of them, and I'd love to be a part of that. But if I'm not, then I will be in another way. I know that you know, the time that we've had, they're both old enough to remember me, and I find that a real comfort. And I think I've influenced them enough, not always necessarily in good ways, the positive and the negative. Having a child is like a mirror, isn't it? You see all your best bits, but all your worst bits as well. So yeah, there's no escaping, they can't escape me in that way, definitely. And for Ross, their dad, I know that he will never escape me, because I'll be constantly there in them, particularly Lola. It's like a carbon copy. So I just am grateful that I feel well now, and I'm prepared for not feeling well, because I think mentally I will be okay with that. And I feel supported by Dorothy House, that if it comes to it, you know, I can be supported here, and the girls, it's mostly about the girls, I think, knowing that they will have a place to speak their emotions and how they're feeling.